10 teenagers you won't believe exist. Teenagers who don't get older, cry blood, or feel no pain?
I don't believe it exists, Stacy.
Well, they are among us. Meet them and get ready to be left open-mouthed. Number 1. Gabriel Gomes. When it comes to talking about incredible teenagers, there is one here who definitely prevails over the others. Literally. Gabriel Gomes is a Brazilian teen who is 14 years old and is so tall that you'll be shocked.
How tall are we talking about?
Get ready to know it. Gabriel is 7.4 feet tall and easily exceeds not only people his age, but also adults.
Jesus, he is tall.
Yes, he is. But actually, the reason for his great height is a tumor located in the pituitary gland, which makes him produce growth hormones in excess, causing his gigantism.
O povo fica chamando de gigante, mas eu não ligo.
Unfortunately, this condition affected Gabriel's organs, so he underwent 2 surgeries to stop growing. Can you imagine how tall he would have been if he hadn't had those surgeries? Number 2. Gabby Gingras. Can you imagine living without feeling pain?
Oh, that feels good.
Alright, maybe you think it's a superpower, but believe me, you would not want to have it.
I don't think so.
Gabby Gingras' case will prove it to you. This is a teenager suffering from a rare disease called congenital insensitivity to pain, which prevents her brain from detecting such sensations. But this is not an advantage at all. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Although we don't like it, pain warns us about something that can hurt us, and since Gabby never felt it, she got to make holes in her skin and lose her left eye without knowing she was hurting herself. Her parents, in order to protect her, had to pull her teeth and put glasses on her.
I hate this right now just because having no teeth changes the way you talk a little bit.
Sometimes feeling a little pain is not so bad, see? Okay, it is, but now you won't see it the same way, will you? Hey, before continuing with this list, do you know what the strange condition that Gaten Matarazzo suffers from, which makes him look like a child even though he's 17 years already? Stay until the end to find out. Number 3. Maci Currin. Have you heard that people with long legs are more attractive?
Stop looking at my legs.
It's okay, Sheldon. Nobody was looking at you, but at this amazing girl.
I have the Guinness World Records title for the longest legs.
Maci Currin is a 16-year-old teenager whose legs are so long that they are already 4.42 feet in length.
Those are some long legs.
Yes, they are. But actually, it wasn't always that way. When she was born, she was even smaller than other babies. But over the years, she grew up beyond belief. This situation is a problem for her because she gets hit by doors or never finds clothing in her size. However, despite these difficulties and always being in the spotlight among people her age, Maci is proud of having the longest legs on the planet, and she wants to get a place in the Guinness records as well as be a professional model. I think she has everything needed for that and more, don't you think? Number 4. Marnie-Rae Harvey. This girl has the reaction of anybody that is feeling sensitive, to cry. However, these are not normal tears, but they are...
Is that blood?
Oops, sorry donkey, I didn't know you were afraid of blood. And who isn't? Marnie-Rae Harvey's case seems like a horror movie. The 17-year-old teenager caused a furor when she said she seeped blood from her eyes and that burned so she couldn't see.
That kind of scares me.
And that's nothing. According to Marnie, it all started when she coughed up blood, and then it got worse, bleeding from her ears, nose, gums, fingernails, tongue, and even scalp. She said different doctors have examined her, but none of them know what her problem is.
Mark my words, the whole thing is highly suspect.
Well, she and her mother are the only witnesses so far, so do the math. Do you think it's not real? Answer in the comments. Number 5. Mahendra Ahirwar. After hearing the case of this teenager, you will not only be shocked, but also touched by it. Mahendra Ahirwar was born in India with a strange disease that weakens his muscles, the congenital myopathy. This condition prevented him from keeping his head up, so he grew up with a hanging head, making things certainly harder for Mahendra. As his parents couldn't afford the operation he needed, his story went around the world and touched an English woman who take care of collecting money to Mahendra's operation.
That is very admirable.
Of course it is. Thanks to that, the 13-year-old boy could have a better quality of life. Unfortunately, after 8 months, Mahendra passed away due to cardiopulmonary complications, but he left a valuable lesson.
What a brave little boy!
Just like him, there are other teens who give us a lesson of life, such as those you will know in a while. Number 6. Nihal Bitla and Magali González. If you're a 90s movie fan just like me, you probably remember that movie with Robin Williams playing a boy trapped in an adult's body.
Well, I don't remember exactly, but...
Oh, come on, you can't forget a scene so moving like this one.
Make your life spectacular.
I remember that.
Sure, it's a classic, but you must know the situation not only happens in fiction, but real life as well. Nihal Bitla and Magali González, these are a couple of teenagers who were born with progeria, a very rare disorder characterized by rapid aging of people suffering from it. On account of this, they have the appearance and afflictions of an 80 or 90-year-old person. However, this is not the main thing Nihal and Magali have in common. They both were warriors facing a life of struggle. Unfortunately, today they are no longer with us, but their stories continue inspiring the world. Number 7. Charlotte Garside. Can you imagine what a human doll would look like in real life?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Okay, that's not the reference I was looking for. Definitively, no one would like to meet you, Chucky, but probably this cute little doll. Charlotte Garside is the smallest person in the world due to a disease called primordial dwarfism, which was developed at the embryonic stage. When she was a baby, Charlotte was only 0.82 feet tall and weighed less than 1.10 pounds, almost as tall as a doll. In fact, her parents had to dress her with doll's clothing.
A lot of people say she looks like a porcelain doll. She just looks very, very delicate.
Isn't it tender to see her playing? Don't get it wrong, she may seem fragile, but she is a real fighter. At birth, doctors said she would live only a year. However, she resisted and grew up like she is now. She is a true example of life. Number 8. Ashik Gavai. Do you remember how painful it was when your wisdom teeth came out?
So painful.
Well, I assure you, it is nothing compared to the pain of Ashik Gavai, a 17-year-old teenager with 232 teeth.
What?
It's just as it sounds. Before realizing that he had a wide array of those in his gums, Ashik felt extreme pain in his face, head, and mouth. And any doctor in India didn't know why until he got an x-ray, and they finally found out the whole number of teeth. Yes, just like you, everybody was shocked. It was all about a severe case of complex odontoma, a very particular medical oddity.
Unaware that we will encounter so many teeth, so many denticles. It was unexpected, surprising for us.
In order to pull them out, it was necessary to undergo 7 hours of surgery, even with a hammer and chisel. Someone will make a good deal with the tooth fairy, don't you think? Number 9. Alexandra Siang. Aw, look at this adorable girl. How old do you think she is?
6 years old, maybe.
Well, let me tell you this. You've been fooled. She is not actually a girl, but a teenager. Her name is Alexandra Siang, and she lives in the Philippines and is 14 years old.
I would not have guessed that.
It's not your fault. I wouldn't have either. That's why Alexandra is a sensation on the internet. Everybody thought that her pictures wearing a swimsuit with a baby face were fake, but she is real. And the reason why she is like this is because she can't get older.
I don't believe this.
She suffers from Langerhans cell histiocytosis, a rare type of cancer that produces immune system cells in excess and affects development. Even though people made fun of her at the beginning, Alexandra focused on the bright side, becoming a famous influencer now.
Sinabi ni Mama at Papa, mapapagod rin daw sila kakabuli sa akin.
Don't you think she's a teenager worthy of admiration? And now, what you are waiting for. It's the turn for the most loved teenager of Stranger Things. He mentioned that he suffers from cleidocranial dyssytosis, a rare disorder that the jumpy Dustin also has in the series. Number 10. Elle Hatamiya. When you think of a strong person, the first thing that probably comes to your mind is... But after seeing this young lady, for sure you will change your opinion.
Think I'm too young? Watch me.
Impressed? This is Elle Hatamiya, and she has made it clear that it is not necessary to have big muscles or a large size to be a strong person. She is 14 years old and capable of lifting twice her own body weight. She lifts up to 153 pounds.
Well, for a girl her age, she's unusually strong.
True that. But all that strength doesn't come from nothing. Elle works out every day following a very strict regime. Besides, she's not only good at weightlifting, but also at gymnastics and martial arts. Honestly, I don't think someone would want to confront her.
She's too strong. Without my hammer, I can't.
Take it easy, Thor. We know you had enough with Hulk. And Elle, she's got her mind on other things.
I will compete in the Olympics.
I'm completely sure she will make it. Bonus! Although the list is done, there are two incredible girls deserving to be included in this video. One of them is Denavia Walker. She was born armless, but that didn't stop her from becoming an Army Junior Reserve officer. And Julia Vins, a girl who was sick of being bullied by her classmates, and she is now known as the Muscular Barbie. Both of them are awesome, aren't they? What other teenagers would you include in the list? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you want to meet more amazing people, watch this, and this video.